Every woman isn't ambitious from a place of survival. And every empire or kingdom that a woman built, it wasn't built on the foundation of survival. And I think when we're having this conversation about Emma Grede, and I have not truly invested my time and energy into really researching the things that she said, that's why I don't want to comment on that. I more so want to comment on the language that I'm hearing happening around where there's this critique of ambitious women. And I think that the reason that there's this critique, which has always been there, but the reality is we have to be careful to understand that sometimes we see women that their output is incredible, is absolutely incredible. But even though they're speaking, and that's the danger of it, even though they're speaking in survival language, as if, go, 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 etc., they're not actually building in survival. They're actually building oftentimes from a structure that supports them to have some level of ease and flow. See, when you are starting from the bottom and you are an ambitious woman, you are in pure survival energy. Not only that, you're operating in force. So just think about the fact that you might be a mother, you might be a wife, you have all these things going on, and you're starting from the base floor in life. And because you're starting from the base floor in life, here it is, you have all this ambition that God put inside of you, and you're trying to build something on your own strength, but you don't have the resources, you don't have the system, etc. So now all you're getting is all of this go, 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 go language, and you're trying to go, 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 go. But meanwhile, you have, 80 pounds, 100 pounds, 200-pound weights around your legs. And we don't realize that oftentimes when some women are speaking from a place of ambition, they have incredible systems in place. They have incredible systems in place that eliminate them from having to utilize so much of their force energy to get things done. So even though they, in their imagination, they're feeling like, hey, I wake up, I do this, I do this, I do that. Yeah. But you also have incredible project management in place. You also have, a assistant, 2 or 3, different assistants that you hire on the side. This is not speaking on Emma Grede. I'm just speaking on women who sometimes run things that are so well ran. And when they're speaking to you, they're motivating you and you're motivated by them, and you want to take their mindset and you want to implant it in your life, but you don't understand that they're operating on a system that's completely different from yours. And the reason I feel like there's so much rejection towards this ideology, because there's women on the other side of this, and you know how destructive it can be when you take that go, go, go principle and you apply it to your own life. You take that survival energy and you apply it to your own life, because this is where you end up getting sickness. This is where burnout is a whole different level. People love to talk about burnout as if it's going to be gone in like 2 weeks or so. No, burnout can take 3 to 5 years to recover from. Okay. You're dealing with burnout. You're dealing with anxiety, panic attacks, your hair's thinning. You're dealing with real serious issues because you just became so hyper focused on achieving and so hyper focused on building that when you put all your energy towards it, you don't have the systems to support the type of energy that you're putting out there. The scripture talks about putting new wine in old wineskin. You don't put new wine in old wineskin because the wineskin will burst, right? So you don't take something new and put it in something old. And oftentimes when we have a desire to really go out there and do the things that we desire to do, our lives are the old wineskin, and we're taking this new mindset and we're trying to put it in there, and it doesn't work. And we just keep forcing until everything explodes, and it explodes and it manifests, such as the destruction of our marriage, the destruction of our relationship, the destruction of our health. Just all of these things just blow up across. So when you look at a woman who is ambitious and she has quality relationships, beautiful relationships with her children, all these different things, I assure you she has systems that are in place to build the vision of what she has, but physically she doesn't have to be present for all of these different things. So again, not every woman that is ambitious is building from a place of survival. There are many women that are ambitious that are building from a place of wholeness. They're building from a place where they have systems in place to support themselves, right? But also the energy that's driving them is not survival. And if you are a woman that has ever been trapped in that place where you were in survival when you were building, you know the consequences of it, and you know how deep those consequences are, and you never want to be there again. Now, for many women that realize the consequences, what they do is they abandon ambition altogether. Man, forget this. Give me a man that makes 6 figures. I'm good, whatever, right? But when God has a sense of purpose inside of you and he's placed purpose inside of you, it's very difficult to walk away from that ambition, which means that you need to go through the process of restoration, healing, everything God needs to do. But then he has to reshape your mind. He has to transform you. And this is what I work on, by the way, on my podcast, The Boss Babe Sanctuary. He has to reshape your mind. He has to transform you. He has to get you to see work differently and have a better relationship with work, better relationship with yourself, better relationship with the way that you show up. You have to have a better relationship. That doesn't mean that the purpose that he's put inside of you has changed. It just means that you're not going to become so hyper fixated on it, where that just becomes the only thing that you see, because you're operating in the mindset where you believe if it must be, is up to me. God is still in control. God is still in control. He still loves you. Now, I understand there are a lot of ambitious women out there that they speak about God in that kind of way, but they don't speak about God in a way that He's a part of the daily part of their lives, right? Meaning from the time they wake up to the time to go to sleep, the actions that they're taking, they're surrendering themselves to Him on a daily basis. I tend to be a woman that's what I practice. And I understand that's not for everybody. I get it. Do I recommend it? Yes. But it's not for everybody. Everybody's not there yet. However, with practicing that, you begin to not put so much faith and trust on your output, and you begin to put more faith and trust in your alignment. And when you begin to practice alignment, that begins to allow you to be able to show up with the gift, with the vision, with everything that God puts inside of you, but not to the point where you idolize it so much where you think you have to force it into becoming. I don't believe in operating in force energy. I did that. It almost killed me. Okay. I believe in operating in flow. And in order to operate in flow, that means you must begin to lean into trust. In order to lean into trust, you must lean into surrender. So like I said, these are very deep concepts that I talk about on the Boss Babe Sanctuary, but I believe that the reason people are having this reaction that they're having to Agreed is because they're associating ambition in women as naturally being attached to survival. That's just not the place that women are building from. Now, do most women build from that place? Yes. Yes. That's why it's so easy to think and automatically assume and apply in that kind of way. But I wish more women would talk more about just the systems that they have for themselves and the systems that they have to keep their relationships around them intact. And many times I can tell you, if you meet a woman that whatever it is that she's building, it causes her to lose the relationship she has around her, lose, the relationship that she has with herself, then that's someone that's building out of survival. I don't care how beautiful, how amazing it is. She's building out of survival. And it's not to condemn her. It's the natural way that we desire to be as humans, right? We easily fall into that place. But I can tell you that's not what God desires. That's not what God desires. That's not how He desired us to show up. And He has a better way, but we have to be willing to believe in the fact that He has that for us and that He has it for you pertaining to what you do. Because it's so easy to get so caught up in like, well, God, this is how my industry is and this is how it works, etc. Yeah. And taxis used to be a certain kind of way. Hotels used to be a certain kind of way. But somebody has a new idea and completely redesigns the way people does taxi, Uber. It completely redesigns the way people do hotel stays, Airbnb. God can give you a new idea that completely redesigns the way that you do things and completely transform it. But you have to be willing to not lean on survival with the idea that He gave you, Sarah. And when I say Sarah, I mean, here it is, God give you that vision. And now you go create Ishmael because you think that is your responsibility to create the thing that God gives you. No, God gave you the vision, but He also has a path to create it as well. And you have to be willing to lean into that. And I can assure you the path that God has created for you to manifest that vision into this world is not going to require you to sacrifice your family. It's not going to require you to sacrifice your health. It's not going to require it's not going to require for you to sacrifice all those things that truly matter to Him. The work is extremely important. And boy, oh boy, does it feel good to have work that gives you meaning. It gives you purpose. It feels incredible. It feels absolutely incredible. But ultimately, at the end of the day, God did not design you for that to be the only thing you do, and you hyper focus on that and everything just falls at the wayside. So I know it's so easy for people to admire women, respect them, and all these different things when they're ambition. But on the other end, people can walk away feeling neglected or feeling secondary and all these stuff. And these are real experiences that people have when they are dealing with women that are ambitious. And this is people who have been on the other end of that. They know how that feels. Or people who have been the victim of being too ambitious and operating in survival. They have the evidence of how that manifested in their life. And there's a better way. There always has been a better way. It's just not what we're taught. We're taught hustle. We're taught grind. We're taught striving. We're not taught surrender. We're not taught flow. We're not taught to trust. And we're not taught to get in alignment. So check out the podcast, The Boss Babe Sanctuary. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.